So it has been 6 months and over 3,000 miles since I took ownership of my Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus. Has it all been great? You know from my previous video that there were some initial concerns with panels that were not aligned properly and some minor paint issues. Those have all been resolved by Tesla under warranty within the first 2 months of ownership. But how has my overall experience been? I want to divide this video into sections: my personal experiences with this car, and also things that I've found that you might find interesting, especially if you're thinking of buying a Tesla. Stay tuned. As mentioned earlier in my previous video, I talked about finding some small scratches in the paint, doors that were not aligned properly, front bumper was not aligned properly on the left side, and there was a long scratch on the back bumper. And also more recently, my 2 front USB ports and the entire USB hub had to be changed according to Tesla due to the fact that I had been using a third-party wireless charging pad for my iPhone. All of these things were fixed. And while I was not happy to deal with this, it was good that Tesla took care of that quickly and without much hassle. I do worry about the overall quality of components that I cannot see, and I know that Tesla has improved its quality from older models that I've had the chance to drive and compare with my 2020 Model 3. And there has been a refresh for the Model 3 with a more efficient heat pump and center console, among other updates. I think this is a sign that Tesla is listening to complaints from customers and conversations online. Yes, it is a process, and yes, for the cost of the car, we shouldn't be complaining about these things. But at the same time, I have an appreciation of what Tesla is trying to do with self-driving, with battery efficiency, and improving the software with constant software updates. My range is better than when I got the car, and not having been at a gas station in 6 months is pretty great. There's room for improvement, absolutely. There are quality issues, I think we all know that. And are we paying high prices to fund the technology that is developing and eventually it will become more accessible and better? I think that that's the point. In my most recent service with Tesla, I was chatting with the Tesla technician about the things that I have read online. And his response was, when the Ford Pinto was built in 1970, people were all complaining about how the car was catching on fire due to a faulty fuel tank. But none of this was happening online. I understand his point. There could be a sense of amplification to issues that have happened only once, like the case of the brand new Model Y that lost the entire glass roof while on the highway. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that there are no quality issues, and online forums provide a valuable tool for people to discuss these issues, get advice, and pressure companies like Tesla to improve their quality standards. After all, these cars are not cheap. Tesla is the most talked about brand in the internet for sure, and there's a record of all those complaints online. In my opinion, design-wise and body build could be better, but Tesla has focused on battery efficiency, motor performance, and mainly on autonomous driving. Tesla reported that its vehicles have logged a total of 3 billion miles on autopilot as of April this year. All of this training data makes algorithms smarter, and this is how Tesla is ahead of the game, I think. This is a completely new way of thinking about cars. And in 1896, Henry Ford built his first automobile, which he called the quadricycle, in Detroit. Tesla was just building their first car, the Roadster, in 2008. It is no surprise that there are thousands of forums and videos about Tesla's entire experience, from purchasing the car, owning the car, servicing the car. It's all happening online or through an app. And there's no question that Tesla is setting the standard when it comes to EVs. The Tesla Model 3 was voted as the number won most satisfying car across 4 different age groups, a new study from Consumer Reports recently revealed. Business Insider gave Tesla a 5-star rate for safety, and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration gave it a perfect 5-star safety rating in every category and subcategory. It has the lowest probability of injury of all cars the safety agency has ever tested. Some other research, on the other hand, flags some potential issues, especially in the long-term reliability of these cars. According to an article by Business Insider, a study done by J.D. Power, a data analytics and consumer intelligence company in the United States, that looks at the amount of problems reported by customers per 100 vehicles in the first 90 days of ownership. Dodge shows at the top with 136 complaints, Toyota is somewhere in the middle with 177, and Tesla is at the very bottom with 250. There's also a company in Detroit called Munro & Associates where they do reverse engineering and benchmarking. They found that there are issues with the design, but they were very impressed with the battery and with the motors.
The manufacturing guru and his engineers tore down 2 Model 3s and compared it to a BMW i3 and Chevy Bolt. Their conclusion, Tesla are ahead of the game in all areas but one.
This car has a lot of good features and a few bad ones, and I'm standing in front of the worst one right now. This is the reason that I feel Tesla has problems. The body in white and the closures that go along with it are not designed for manufacturability. They don't do a good job at part count. The weights are too high. The body is much too stiff. The wheel wells, for instance, have 9 parts to make up what would normally be 1 part in a conventional car. They use so many different fastening methods, it's incredible.
Munro & Associates are excited by the Model 3's battery, developed with Panasonic, which gives the car more range than anything else on the market.
What they put together for making this battery module is a brilliant piece of engineering, and I don't think there are many people that could help them make it better. Their battery management system is one of the best I've seen. This is probably going to be a very long-lasting battery pack.
All cars need a motor, and according to Munro, the Model 3's electric motor is one of the best. And in the world...
One thing that we can say for sure is that Tesla has disturbed the industry, and that has given us a completely new view of what it is to own a car. Just in the past 6 months, we have seen many improvements just in the Model 3, not only in software but also in hardware. And this indicates the amount of research and rapid pace of improvements in technology. It is hard to own a Tesla and not to be a fan of Tesla. It is really impressive how the technology is advancing so quickly and how these cars are so incredible to drive.